Recently, Mappa has dropped the deadly trailer of Chainsaw Man, and fans are already hyped up all over the internet. I've also heard that Chainsaw Man's manga has been super amazing, being divided into two parts. The first part is over while the second part will be serializing. To be honest, I knew nothing about this anime or the trailer dropping. It was just when I was scrolling through my Instagram, I saw posts about Chainsaw Man and it got me interested. So I decided to check out its trailer, and guess what? The trailer is as deadly as the title of the series, and I totally loved it. So here in this video, I'm gonna talk about Chainsaw Man and break down Chainsaw Man's trailer. If you're coming here for the first time, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See guys, I don't read manga, so I absolutely have no idea about the anime. I'm gonna talk wholly based on the trailer. I might be wrong at places, so don't mind me. Let's get started. The trailer starts off a bit quiet, just like the silence before the storm. So here in this very first scene, we see a boy, probably the protagonist of the anime, in an alleyway. It seems someone's been killed in front of him because of the blood flowing, or he might be the one to kill that someone. From what I can hear, it seems like a blood shower after someone's head is chopped off. And oh, those teeth, like a shark's. Moving to the next scene, we see that boy from the start with two other people, maybe his family or friends, eating peacefully while the girl in the right plays with a cat. The next scene displays happy times as the boy and his friends play in the ocean happily. They look so happy. Moving forward, we see a couple, a man smoking cigarette beside a woman, spending some time together. As the woman approaches the man to kiss him, we suddenly find out that it's all happening inside a TV. Maybe to bluff the audience? This couldn't be a TV show or anything like that. Now starts the storm. Monster approaching, crows flying away from the graveyard. This symbolizes that something real bad is coming their way, or something bad is gonna happen. The bullet in the next scene holds some mystery to it. Storm blowing away a house and some more characters. We see a boy lying in a very small space in poor condition, like he's depressed or sad about something. The next scene transits into the eyes of a girl, beautiful yet scary. She seems like one of the antagonists of the anime who has taken captive people. Next scene shows a huge dog bursting through the building. I'm really excited for this specific scene. After that, we see a swordsman and a man who from his appearance seems like some kind of detective. Next, we see some really good action scenes showcasing different types of demons. Now comes the most significant scene of this trailer. I can't quite get this scene. What's she doing here? She is the same girl I previously mentioned as potential antagonist. Maybe she's responsible for making him the Chainsaw Man. Maybe it's some kind of method to transform him into Chainsaw Man. Whatever it may be, but we all are so excited for this scene. And whoa, finally in the last scene we get a glimpse of Chainsaw Man killing a bunch of enemies. So much blood involved. This scene itself is enough for the audience to know that this anime is gonna have too much gore to it. His character design looks amazing. He's totally looking a badass. This is gonna be a blast. Whoa, can anyone even imagine a guy transforming into a Chainsaw Man? The animation looks so good too. The anime has so much gore to it, as deadly as its title suggests. Chainsaw Man release date is not yet confirmed, but it's gonna come out in around summer or fall this year. The hype is real guys. So guys, that's all for this video. If you like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for the watch. I'll be coming back soon. Sayonara.